Hey guys, what's up? Drew here over at Rough Hiker Outdoors, and I know I've been away for about 11 months at the time of this filming, but I wanted to come back today. I'm coming out of a temporary YouTube retirement because of this knife here, and this is the Wright GNS. So I was just gonna come out here and shoot some B-roll. But I decided once I was out here, it's nice, I got the fire going and everything, so I'm just gonna do the review out here. So I did shoot a bunch of B-roll in making this fire, so I'm just gonna roll that in as I talk about this. So let's talk about the GNS. Well, I got mine in a saber grind with 3V steel, and you can, LT puts little marks on the opposite side of the blade here to tell you what kind of steel it is. 3V is an X, A2 is an A, D2 is a D, so on, so on. So anyway, I sold a couple knives, and I decided, well, actually I sold one knife that I made a massive profit on because I found it at a flea market. But anyway, I decided to go with an LT because my buddy had a few LTs and he loved them. And so he said, man, you really got to try these out. And after messing with his, I decided to get it. So I bought the GNS, got the black micarta scales on here, and I absolutely love it. This is an awesome, awesome knife. This is going to be a hunting knife for me. It's going to be a bushcraft knife for me. It's going to be a camp knife for me. This thing basically does anything. And with the 3V steel, it's nearly indestructible. You can't really kill this thing. The sheath that it comes with is a JRE Industries leather sheath. You can see I've put a bunch of open-offs on mine to waterproof it and everything, but came with the dangler and a fire steel loop, and both of those things just work really well. And I'm excited about this knife. I've had it. Well, I got it in mid-December. It's now mid-February, and I'm absolutely loving this thing. You can see now of course my tea is ready right in the middle of all this. So let's try to get that done. Now I know some of you are probably thinking that this pole that I used is a bit ridiculous and huge, but I didn't feel like going and getting one, and with the weight of it, I knew it would support the water in the end of the pot. So anyway, this is a GSI Catalyst, by the way. I know that I reviewed this on my channel a long time ago, so if you're interested in that, you can check it out there. Oh yeah, boiling good. Beautiful. Okay, set that down to cool. I love warm beverages on cold days. Anyway, hey, I just wanted to say something while I'm thinking of it. Just appreciate all you guys, still commenting and asking about me on Instagram and stuff like that. And some of you followed me on some other platforms. So anyway, I just appreciate the continued support. And a bunch of you guys on Instagram have been asking for this, so I decided to post it up. Anyway, back to the GNS. This knife is basically the perfect shape for me. Boy, that smoke is right in my eyes. Basically the perfect shape for me. I love this finer point. This is really good for doing detail work and carving notches and basically everything and anything. The spine, if you've watched any other reviews on LT Wright stuff, the spine is extremely sharp, amazing for making scrapings, as you can see, and striking a fire steel. This 3V has taken a bit of a patina, not a bunch, and I honestly don't know if it's showing up with the lighting and everything, but there is a light patina on there, and I got that when I sliced up probably 20 pounds of raw chicken to do some canning. And it got that little patina throughout the course of the cutting. So I actually really like that. So anyway, the fit and finish on this knife is just absolutely perfect. There's literally nothing that I could have said about this thing when I got it. It was everything on it was perfect. The only thing I didn't like was the lanyard tube. The tube for that, the inside edges were sharp, and when I put a piece of cord through there, it was beating them up pretty bad. So I just took a little awl from a Swiss Army knife and ran it around there like real quick and just kind of deburred it. And not that it was burred, but it was ground so perfectly that it was like a very sharp, abrupt edge. So I just kind of rounded that out a little bit so it didn't chew up the cord that was through there, which I don't have on there at this point anyway. So that's the only like tiny little thing that I could have said. The sheath is excellent. I'm not going to bother taking it off, but very, very quality sheath, nice thick leather. Like I said, I treat mine with Obanov's LP just to kind of keep it supple and waterproofed. I did sharpen this, though I can say that the factory edge was very good and would easily, pop hair off your arm like nothing. But I decided to put a convex edge on this, 15-degree convex, and it's a laser beam. This thing just throws chunks of wood when you start carving. I've batoned a bunch of seasoned hardwood with it for my fireplace to make kindling. This blade is about 4 1/4 inches long, so you can get some decent sized pieces with that. I wear size extra large gloves, and even with my pretty broad hands, and gloves, it's still an easy 4-finger grip with some left over. Without gloves, this is how it looks. Just excellent. Very, very comfortable. Doesn't twist in your hand when you're trying to kind of pry things and pop out little chunks when you're making notches and things. I legitimately don't have anything bad to say about this knife. The cost of it, I bought this through DLT Trading, and it's one of the few knives that I've ever paid like full retail for, because I always try to usually buy used or buy on sale. But because I did sell a knife for a good profit, I ended up just buying this at full shot. This was $200 shipped. So a cheap knife it is not. However, a friend of mine has a number of Bark Rivers and LTs and a few other higher end, and this is definitely cheaper than Bark River for an equivalent size and material and everything. And I think that the fit and finish is cleaner and the grinds are cleaner. This is just exceptional. And my friend has the LT Wright Outback, and that is the same way. Everything matches perfectly. There's not a weird mark on it. The grinds are super even, super clean. Just, phenomenal. I can't say enough good about LT's craftsmanship. And I'll tell you what, I bought this knife and I was so impressed with LT that I knew that I needed another one. And so I went and I sold some other stuff, and I ended up purchasing this little guy, which is the LT Wright Great Plainsman. This is in D2 steel, but I got the same black micarta scales on there. This one has brass pins and a brass tube. This one has the fisheye bolts for pins. And what I like is he uses like a marine waterproof type epoxy to bond this and these fisheye bolts. So there's basically a nut on either side and an all thread, and that cinches them down on there. They're epoxied and cinched in there, and then they're ground flush. And just, you can see it's beautiful, beautiful craftsmanship in all this. So really, really impressed with his stuff. The Great Plainsman, I'll be doing a review on that. I've got it set up for a pocket carry at the moment, but that also came with a nice leather sheath. But man, if I was going to give this like a rating out of 10, this knife for me and my preferences, my hand size and everything, is a 10 out of 10. I have nothing bad to say about this, with the extremely small exception of that tube that I rounded out, just to knock down that edge. So anyway, guys, I hope that from this video you've been able to see a little bit what this is capable of. It's great in the kitchen, goes through meat really well. I've done a lot of food prep with this. It batons well and holds an edge really well. Obviously 3V has a lot to do with that. And LT Wright sends all their stuff to Peters for heat treat. If you don't know about them, check them out. But they know what they're doing. Anything that comes out of there is a very high quality heat treat, and you get a lot out of the steel. So anyway, the way they heat treat this, it's the right blend of edge retention and, you know, ease of sharpening, because you can send 3V up to like 62 or 63 on the Rockwell hardness, but it becomes very difficult to sharpen at that point because it's such a tough steel that you can harden it really high. But they usually keep theirs, I believe, around 59, so that there's still a little bit of ease of maintenance in there. So been very happy with this. I can't say a bad word about it. Excellent quality, lifetime warranty, and I liked it so much I bought another one. And I'll be honest, I sold another knife, and I just bought a used one from a friend of mine on Instagram, and that should probably be here next week. So after getting this, I ended up buying 2 more pieces of LT's work. So maybe that tells you a little bit about how much I think of them. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I know a lot of you have commented on, you know, kind of when I was doing the word of the day there, and so I want to continue with that. And on my phone, I've got this little Bible app that pops up with a daily scripture, and the daily scripture today came out of Proverbs. And it just, it said, when you give to the poor, you lend to God, and He repays you. And it reminded me of when Jesus was saying, you know, when you do good things to the least of these, it's like you're doing it to me. And so it also reminded me of another scripture in the epistles where he says, do good unto every man as you have occasion, especially those of the household of faith. So I just want to encourage you guys today, give of yourselves, be generous. You know, it's hard to receive anything if you have closed hands, but if you're willing to give, if you're willing to, you know, be open and give that to people, you know, you might not see an immediate return. You might not even see a monetary return, and that's not the reason we do it. We do it because it's the right thing to do. And I'm sorry about closing my eyes, but good grief, the smoke was just blasting me. So anyway, guys, just remember that when you do something good for somebody, you're doing it not only for them, but it's also a blessing to you. And it's a blessing to God, because, you know, we have to remember that, I'm not crying, I promise. This is just smoke in my eyes. You know, when you do it to others, you're doing it to Him, and you're blessing Him. So anyway, I just want to encourage you guys, be good, love people, especially when they hate you. If it's someone that you disagree with, it's all the more reason to treat them like gold, and to show them the love of God. And anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. I am going to be doing some more reviews. I'm going to review this great Plainsman once I get a little bit of more use on it. I'll be reviewing the next gen that I bought from my friend Weston on Instagram. He's a good dude. Actually, go give him a follow. It's Blade Collector 7, I think. I'll correct that if it's wrong. But good dude. He's a guy who really uses his knives big time. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I hope this word encourages you to do good. And you know, if there's something that I can pray for you about, go ahead, put that in the comments. And hope to see you guys again soon. I'm planning on kind of restarting my YouTube videos again. So Anyway, guys, God bless. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.